Okay, let's just go in 3, 2, 1. Bam. I
Oh
didn't
wait,
check
this is more
audio.
involved than I thought.
Yeah, Ben made this. He did the editing for me. Let me know if the audio is, like, messed up or whatever. I didn't check it too thoroughly. Okay,
Starting with no memory card.
3 A presses already.
Off to a bad start.
Yeah.
Wait, how many
So-
A presses did it take them to get to past the file creation?
It was just 2 for
think
them,
2.
I think.
Wait, we're cooked.
Should have started with an existing file, so you wouldn't have to create one.
We're already losing.
Yeah, so those 3 A presses, one of them is to get through, like, the memory card selection, and I chose to not. Like, this, I have no memory card in right now. So, you have to press A to say, like, yes, I'm okay continuing without saving, and then 1 to select the file, and 1 to type a character for the file name.
Didn't you time that to save time, just in general, if you're not planning on saving?
Yeah.
It saved 50 frames.
Sick.
Yeah, so if you started with, like, a memory card that has a Wind Waker save on it, then you would save one of those A presses, but it's just, like, like standard for tassing to start with a blank memory card, or, in this case, no memory card. So yeah, I mean, low A press. You guys just watched a whole 3-hour low A press run, I think. You kind of get the gist
This
of
one's
it.
going to be a little shorter.
Yeah, so this is not all dungeons, this is just like any percent low A press. And also, there may or may not be a secret second Lotad after this one. So,
What?
3 in 1 day, what?
Which one do you like more, this one or the secret one?
I'm sure you
Um,
love doing the secret one.
I'm not gonna say. I'll answer that after. Do A presses on the GBA account? Yeah, so I'll mention that. So you see the Game Boy in the top left. The reason for that is Tingle Tuner is a thing that exists in this game. And this is actually the first time ever that we've been able to really TAS with the Game Boy, because Trog has put a lot of work into making like a special Dolphin version for Wind Waker TASing. So we can actually like TAS with the actual Game Boy now. So this is the first time you're ever going to actually see the Game Boy screen in a TAS.
Yeah, and 2 pause, it didn't matter because we didn't use it anyways, but this wouldn't have been possible in the same way. We did it on like the older 4.0's Dolphin.
Yeah, and so about A presses on the GBA, we didn't really like discuss it or anything. I would say they shouldn't count, but it doesn't matter because this run doesn't press A on the Game Boy ever. So
So it doesn't really do anything regardless. Like,
yeah, you don't.
Tingle Hay has some uses, guys. I mean, you can activate
name
Coral
one?
Tech. Activating Coral Text while you're in the water.
That's true. That's true.
I see.
Yeah, I guess just the fact that the Game Boy is there is, I guess, a bit of a spoiler itself. We're gonna be using the Tingle Tuner in this run. So,
I guess, yeah, you
there
could
go.
set up a prediction if you want.
Yeah,
Someone
if you've seen
mentioned.
Oh.
80% advancements in the past year, you're going to know what we're
What should I
gonna
do for the
Ganon style with.
prediction?
I guess we do the same, like,
I don't think I've ever set up a prediction before. Hold on. I gotta figure this out.
over. I mean,
So
we'll do,
many-
like, ranges, I guess.
I assume comparing to last year's Wind Waker Lotad re-record count, so this should be around like 500,000 or so re-records, I'd assume.
Yeah, I actually have no idea. I did not check how many it was. What should the ranges be for this prediction?
I actually kind of forgot what it actually was. So I don't know what. Actually, I do remember. Sure, 6 to 7 can be one of them.
No.
No.
Should I just do like 5, like 0 to 4, 5 to 9?
Sure, yeah.
Sure. This is going to be total A presses, so you see we have 2 counts, one of them is after starting file, this is going to be total. I'll go up to 20. I will say this will be fewer than 20. Give this 2 minutes. Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna immediately backflip off the tower, right?
Yes. My first go round, I did backflip off the tower immediately. And
It is optimal.
I did the first like 2 super swims and then played it back. I was like, oh, I did a backflip. So yeah, just like the OT looked at, we're starting by climbing a ladder. This one is much longer though.
Oh yeah, so you can even ledge hop? You can even like...
Yeah, I thought you could ledge hop there.
Honestly, I didn't
Guess
check. I don't think you can. Like, you definitely can't just like jump over the ledge normally, but there might have been a way. Okay, super swim. This is a thing that exists.
You're very close to that ladder.
I think I did actually climb it at some point during this. Okay.
Oh, sideways super.
Should I insider trade and put all of my 90,000 points in? Because I know the answer.
That's up to you.
Yo, is this
Also,
a
no, you
diagonal
shouldn't.
ESS swim?
This is diagonal ESS. Yes.
Dude, you might have saved a partial frame there doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, but he didn't do the turnarounds, sadly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at Dragon Roost now.
I actually kind of forgot what happens.
It's gonna be a lot of
Yeah,
I mean, you haven't watched this, have you? Like, you know
This is
that.
all
all-
blind.
I know
I mean,
Ben
all
has
I
watched this.
remember is like I helped. Oh, I tried to help in that one spot, and then
Oh, right, yeah, you did do
it
that.
wasn't even useful.
Right.
By the time I woke up, you had moved on.
Yeah, so Trog and EJ haven't actually watched this. Ben has, because he did, like, the editing for me.
What about the editing for the second one?
Ben also
I
did
did
that.
that too.
So yeah, we're getting the Wind Waker. This item is very useful for speedruns, generally. And it took 0 A presses to get. Yeah, people doing predations with 10 points. Let's go. Okay, so I need some rupees. There we go.
This is pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, I didn't do too bad on that. Okay, and... Oh? Oh god. Trog. You became a robot. Is my internet dying? Bro. I think the stream is okay. My stream is still up, yes. Okay. Discord is saying that my internet's dying. Anyway, that was a weird clip. So I went onto that slope on that staircase and did some specific inputs with, like, negative speed. And then you can clip into that door loading zone.
I can hear you again.
Hello?
Yeah, you,
okay.
you,
That
were
was a
going
little
you were
weird.
going robot mode.
Yeah, okay, the stream was fine. I also... You guys went robot for me.
There is a faster way to get in that door without an A press, but it's very precise.
Okay, we're back. So yeah, I'm going to Tingle to get the Tingle Tuner, because as we said, the Game Boy is right there. We're going to be using that. How am I
How
gonna...
are you gonna turn on the tuner? Like,
How am I going to leave this room without opening the door?
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Yes.
I didn't even know you could push that box.
We're gonna get the Picto Box
you
base,
you
right?
can push the box with the R
That is
button.
insane. No, I didn't know it was movable. Like that specific box.
Yeah, it is.
I already love this route.
So yeah, taking the
My
route
mind
to
is
leave the
blown.
room. So the
Door-
Tingle
oh.
Tuner, when you equip the Tingle Tuner, it comes up with like a dialogue box that says, you know, would you like to turn it on? And you have to press the A button to turn it on. So obviously that's gonna be the first A press. But just walking around right now. I could have done a super swim to go up this land faster. But it's Lotad day.
Yeah, I guess
So that
compared to
breaks light up
last
that
year,
ramp too.
this is not as crazy. Like optimization wise, this is not as crazy as last
No.
year.
Okay. So this is how you turn on the Tingle Tuner without an A-press. So
And how is that?
So on that ledge, I did a Wind Waker dive and cancelled it frame perfectly to get storage. And then I went up to Zunari, and if you walk, you try to like enter his shop, he will talk to you without having to press A. So that is a way to get a text box without pressing A. So we store that text box, and then we pull out the Tingle Tuner and close the text, and I don't really know why, but if you just close the text, then the tuner just like assumes it should be turned on, and then it turns on without the dialogue option.
I totally forgot that was a thing. That's sick.
Yeah, I was very confused when I was watching that. Like, why are you getting storage here?
Yeah, when we were originally routing this, we thought that was like, for sure, like a definite A-press right there, and then we just figured out, oh no, you can just trick the game into turning it on.
Alright, so this part is pretty crazy.
Yeah. So we're at Forest Haven now. The reason you would normally come here is to get the Deku Leaf, because that's a pretty cool item. It lets you fly around. But getting to the Deku Leaf is going to be an issue. It's very high up inside Forest Haven. And I don't have like the grappling hook or any way to get up high. So I'm going to have to do an interesting trick here. So yeah, I just equipped a Tingle Balloon. And what that does is it lets you walk in the air for a few seconds.
5 to be exact.
It is 5 seconds, yeah. Okay, so...
If you say get up really high, you can hover in the air with it. And if you
Yeah.
have super swim speed, you can hover very far.
Holy cow, how much speed are we getting?
I'm getting a little bit of speed.
Is this shorter or longer than the DRI charging from last year?
It's nowhere near that long. So this
Alright,
is
so
the
we don't need to
part...
take a nap.
This is the part where I really wish Aza was here to explain this, because I don't know how to explain this, but we're about to see a very weird trick here. So Link is suddenly, once we see him, he's all the way up here now. So this is called an odd shot, like a weird shot, but an odd shot. So Link wasn't actually all the way up there, but visually he was. So we hit a slope from a Tingle Balloon with a bunch of speed, and visually Link appeared all the way up here. But his collision detection was still like the regular height that he was at. But when he's visually up there, he can still activate the trigger that makes it so that when you hit water, you respawn up the top. And the pause
Was
buffering,
the pausing necessary? Yeah.
that was to let the island load, yeah. Because the trigger
Luckily,
takes a
this
while
is
to
low
load.
A, not low pause.
Yeah, not low pause.
So normally
Yeah,
you
also-
need to bonk this tree, right, to get the cheese
Yes.
out? That takes an A-press, I think. So,
Oh,
What
you
the-
sweet summer
Oh.
child.
Oh,
it's pretty smart.
auto roll to bonk. Okay, so this is going to be Deku Tree cutscene skip, which I guess we didn't do in 2 pause, so this might be new to a lot of people. So if you get storage, you store bonking the tree, and the chews are in this weird state where they just slide forever. You push them out of bounds, and when they fall far enough, they despawn, which counts as starting the cutscene, and then we get crushed at the same time. And we respawn at the top.
Do we need an A press to get to the leaf?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. So another item without A.
Yeah, so effectively after the file select, we have not used any A presses.
Yeah. And yeah, Coco,
But, yeah.
I'll get to that. Don't worry, I'll shout that guy out. Okay. We've collected a few items. So the place we're going now... Well, actually first, I'm gonna go to Fire Mountain because I need to take some damage for later. And this is just convenient, just swim into the island to take damage.
Tingle's very worried about you there.
Yeah, it is actually really fun to like watch back with the actual GBA and just see what Tingle's doing.
Oh, what are we doing here? This is interesting.
Okay, a submarine, huh? What? So these moblins, if you don't have a sword, they will just throw you into jail in Forsaken Fortress. So this is how we get here. And...
This is no ace. This is... Someone asked the question. This is no ace.
Oh yeah, this is no ace.
For both the secret and this one.
Yeah. So we're pushing this pot. So here is a ledge clip. So we run into that pot to push it towards the edge. And then we can use the leaf, drop below the ground, and I just used a green ting to give me a bunch of magic, because I'm doing a bunch of leaf pumps, taking all my magic. I use all of my magic and a tingle bomb to get into the loading zone, to skip the A press to open the door. That barely works.
So how are you able to leaf pump without A?
Dude, that I didn't realize that was a thing. It makes it's so obvious, but when I was helping this, I was like, how the hell did he do this?
Yeah, you can just press B to let go of leaf.
What? I thought you needed sword.
Yeah, so did I at first. But yeah, even without sword, you can just press B.
Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah, when I helped you and I was about to leaf pump, like, wait, like, we're cooked. Like, he didn't think about this. Like, what, is he silly?
Yeah, you can just use B. So yeah, leaf pumping is when you let go of leaf, and then pull it out again quickly. It lets you retain your height better. And then having the leaf in FF1 just basically breaks it. We just skip everything, just leaf to all the ladders, skip all of the doors. And this part is interesting. You see the tingle cursor is going on an adventure. So coming up are these sidle gaps, which obviously we can't press A to sidle, and there is this light that's in the way. But I led my tingle tuner cursor all the way to the bokoblin to turn off the light, so I can get past it. But actually the cutscene, like when it goes up during the cutscene, that actually didn't give me enough time to get past it, so I had to first clear the cutscene and then do it again.
Leaf during the cutscene, or did you just not move during that?
There wasn't enough time. Actually, I don't remember. I think I tried it.
What are we doing
it didn't
here?
work.
Uh-oh, shenanigans.
So yeah, there's another door.
Oh no. And we're off.
Yep. So getting hit by the tingle bomb, like right on the edge, so that doing a slash puts us off the ledge to start a zombie hover. And then use the tingle tuner to heal, to get in the loading zone.
And you wouldn't have to heal to like load the loading zone anyways, but like I think this is not to get the game over, right?
Yeah,
If
so
you game over, then you have to press A.
yeah, so just like in OOT, game over. Actually, in Wind Waker, game over and save warp are both 2A presses, I think. I don't remember what they said it was for OOT. But yeah, it's important that we don't die at all. Okay, we've beaten Forsaken Fortress 1. So from that we got a sword, and also you need to beat FF1, because otherwise the game crashes later, basically.
Yeah, that happens.
The game really expects you to have the King of Red Lions spawned in some of the later game cutscenes, and this is the only way to spawn him.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the map was messed up because like you're normally not supposed to have it there. Although I
Yeah.
feel like, is it always messed up, or
Yeah,
is there ever a chance when it can be fine?
Yeah, it just is like that in Forsaken Fortress 1.
Super
The
cool.
game. Yeah, because Forsaken Fortress 1 is like a separate map completely to the one on the overworld, which is why we have to take the moblin like to jail to get there, because it's just a completely separate map. And yeah, they just never like made the Tingle map look correct, because you're not supposed to have it there. But it does still work.
It's interesting that it's there to begin with, though.
Yeah, that is pretty. Like there is some sort of attempt of something being there.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to clarify, yeah, zombie hovers usually. I mean, usually when you see zombie hovers, yes, they require A. But as Minnie explained, you could do any action from that state, and if you do a slash on a ledge where it would push you off the ledge, then that gets you in the air to do zombie hovering.
Yes,
So you don't have to
normally
press A.
the first jump slash is a grounded one where you target and press A, and then you do mid-air jump slashes by mashing B. But in that case, I was right next to the ledge, so that just pressing B to do a regular slash put me off the ledge to then start doing jump slashes.
You actually see that in the current 80% no ace. In FF1 actually.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, you do.
With the stick hover.
Yeah. Okay, still no A presses after starting the file.
Life is good. Finally, more gameplay.
Yep. Okay. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I just need some more magic, I think. Yeah.
I forgot you can get magic there.
That's pretty good RNG
And I
manipulation.
think I need some more rupees as well. Because yeah, the Tingle Tuner, I guess we never really explained it. If you don't know, the Tingle Tuner, it connects to your Game Boy, and you can purchase things for rupees. So like the Tingle Balloon, the green ting, the red ting, they all cost rupees. And I need some more. So the Tingle Tuner is very useful.
Yeah, so basically how this crescent farming works is that you're super swimming into the pot, which gives you 5 rupees. Like normally if you try to collect them in the boat, if you get close to them, or like if you swim close to them, they kind of disappear. But if you have super swim speed, you can get there before they disappear. So you can just collect the rupees over and over.
Okay, now I'm swimming to Forsaken Fortress again. So this is going to be Forsaken Fortress 2, which is the one that's actually on the overworld. And hey, Old Man Ho-Ho's here. Did you know
Why
that?
are you here?
I always forget this.
I need to do another zombie hover. So this is a part where this is absolutely not the optimal strat here. There's quite a few parts in this LOTAD where I didn't do the optimal strat, because, one, because I didn't feel like it and I just wanted to show off something cooler, but two, mostly Trog and Ben, right now are working on a new any percent test, and there are situations here where the optimal strat would have just been the same as the any percent test, and I didn't want to, like, just do the same as that. So I'm doing something else
It's like a full-blown task, too. That
Yeah.
one's gonna be crazy.
So yeah, if you look down there, that door is gone.
Yeah, yeah, where's the door?
So
That's not right.
yeah, after you beat Forsaken Fortress 1, the game, the overworld is in a special layer for some reason, where some random stuff is like gone or there, and the door here just is gone for some reason.
Yeah. I guess the map just isn't in the right state.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple other things that are different about the ocean there. Like there's a pirate ship at Outset, for example.
Yeah.
That like certain runs will end up using to get bombs early.
Yeah.
That's old news.
Old
Bombs are
news.
so... When did we find Slash Clip? I forget.
Like last October, something,
It's
I think.
Regardless, bombs are like
2024.
so 2023.
Oh, right,
They're very
last
2023.
October.
So yeah, that door being gone was not like important. I could have just leafed like over into the loading zone, but it was cool that it was gone. Okay. So yeah, if you've watched like an any percent no ace run of this game, this is basically how the run goes. You're on the overworld, you go around, collect whatever items you want, you beat Forsaken Fortress 1, and then you beat Forsaken Fortress 2, which takes you to Hyrule, and then you go beat the game. So this means we have all the items we want, and we're just off to beat the game now, I guess.
There are going to be deadly A presses that we may have to avoid, so it's not quite as simple as a normal any % run would go.
Yeah.
Like, for example, there's a door coming up here.
Yeah, the biggest A-press killer doors. There are many of them to get past.
Yeah.
So far we skipped the one to Tingle using the weird clip, and then we skipped the one in Forsaken Fortress by clipping out of bounds and leafing, and then the other one by zombie hovering. And then the one at FF2 just wasn't there.
Yeah, the nice thing about Wind Waker is that behind, I think, every door that takes you to a new area, there's a loading zone. Like, the load isn't triggered by the door, there's an actual loading zone behind it, so if you can find a way to clip past the door, you don't have to open it with A.
Yeah, in a lot of cases, the loading zone is just there. In dungeons, other than the boss door, they are all... like, you have to actually open the door to trigger the next room.
Yeah.
So, it's a good thing we're skipping most of the dungeons here. I do want to think about all dungeons low A for this game, but there would be so many door opens, it would suck.
Yeah.
What about Switch 2? We'd skip all the
Honestly,
doors.
it probably is worth. Actually, I don't know, because
Not
then
sure how
you
to
can't use Tingle Tuner
emulate
then.
Oh, nerds.
Okay, we're at Helm Rock. How are we going to beat this guy without the Skull Hammer, guys?
Mm-hmm.
What?
They made a mistake of putting water here.
Yep.
Surely no one falls for the how are we gonna beat Helm Rock in 2026? Like, we've been...
Yeah, there's like, what, 10 ways to skip it or something?
There's so many ways.
At least.
But yeah, forget about Helm Rock. What about this door coming up?
Yeah, this door is the one that I'm worried about here.
So we're out of bounds. And we could just jump onto this ramp and then go up to the door. But we could also stay out of bounds and jump across these little things here. Okay. So there's a little bit of collision down here. And we're leaping under the ground. Around here. You slowly walk up this slope. And get to the door. Okay.
Sick.
So that leafing movement is more precise than it looks. It's not super precise, but there's... when we did those leaf pumps and then landed on that ramp, there's actually like a ceiling collision that kind of cuts that slope in half that we have to like leaf around. But yeah, just very strange collision around there if you look with the collision viewer, and there is just about a path that you can take underneath to get to the loading zone.
No A presses.
Yeah. So yeah, this cutscene, we have the hero's clothes on. I don't know why, but it just puts them on for some reason. Yeah, I wanna check the prediction to see like what the distribution is. But when I click on it, I get this pop-up, power-ups and rewards, and I'm scared to click get started. I feel like it's gonna kick me out of my chat.
Well, if you scroll down a little bit, there's a total A press prediction submission area. and then you can click on that and you can see the distribution.
I'm gonna just open a new tab.
So 24% are 0 to 4, 60% 5 to 9, 7% 10 to 14, and 9% 15 plus.
Okay. 24% 0 to 4. When it was
I mean,
already
we're
at
already
3.
30 minutes in with 0 A
I mean, that's
presses,
true.
so-
It's still there. It's still doable. You have 1 A press of leniency. I mean, we just killed Ganondorf, right? I mean, he's burning alive right now.
And he just stood there and watched.
Okay, so yeah, this part of the game is normally like halfway through the game. You beat Forsaken Fortress 2 and then you go to Hyrule. You do like Tetra becomes Zelda, blah blah blah. But really this is just our ticket to Hyrule that we want to use.
He's standing on nothing. Whoa.
He is.
Now he's flying.
Make sure you look into the sky to see the bell.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Actually, did that
Does it
already
show?
happen? I don't remember.
Maybe.
That might have already passed. Yeah, the Tower of the Gods bell is always in the overworld, even if the tower isn't there. I think it's right
Is
now.
it actually noticeable? Because like it's so
Yeah,
high
you can
up.
see it. You can see
Oh,
it.
right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Wow.
It's funny.
That's
I actually never noticed that.
If you look really closely at the Triangle Island, could you see all 3 statues?
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you can see like the 3 islands like merged together in a weird way there.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
is that map?
Hyrule. Here we go.
Why'd we want to be here? We don't have any things to break the barrier with.
That's true. We do have the Master Sword though. That cutscene gave it to us. And the shield.
That's true.
Yeah, the sword might be enough to get past this barrier. It is a pretty powerful weapon here, right?
It is.
Might just have to slash through it.
I mean, it's pretty lore accurate.
True.
Wait, am I crazy? Oh, it's Hyrule 2. I'm dumb. I was like, why are there no enemies here? Thought I was going insane.
You say that like you haven't been going to Hyrule 2 in speedruns for
Bro,
10
I don't
years.
know. I was like, where's the moblin?
Yeah, big barrier in the way. How on earth are we gonna get past it? I actually used C up to line up there. I forgot I did that.
What is this setup? Oh my god.
I couldn't do the regular setup.
Yes. I love it.
There is the slash clip barrier skip found by Trog. If you use Link running and displacement that you get from doing a slash, it's enough to clip through the tiny seam there.
Yeah,
Is
and
brake
this one is
sliding up- is-
incredibly
is-
precise.
Is walk brake sliding ever faster up slopes?
I have no idea. I did
think
not
you get
even
like
check.
14 speed here,
I
it could be worth it.
I think you get 16 point. Well, I did. Your
Well, I mean, like if you're walking normally up this slope, you get
Yeah.
like 14.
Yeah.
Brake sliding gives you like 16.8 or something.
I definitely should have brake slid, but I didn't. I did one brake
Forget
slide.
you can without rolling.
Yeah, it's very strange. But hey, we're entering Ganon's tower, and we still haven't done a single A press.
There's a
That's
big
pretty
door in our
cool.
way.
There is a big door, but no door has stopped us yet.
We're definitely gonna clip past this one and get in the
Here
loading
it
zone.
comes. Insane trick.
Oh,
Ooh.
jeez.
What a trick, guys.
That's painful. That
So
hurts.
if you press A in front of that door, it causes the door to magically disappear.
Yep.
So that's the trick you use there.
Yeah, so it is actually possible to get past this door, but the next area won't be loaded.
Yes, the first door we have to get past that doesn't just have a loading zone behind it. So you just have to open
spoilers. Oh, I guess you said first door. Totally, yes,
Yeah.
won't be the last.
But what's going on here?
I am noticing the Tingle Tuner is activated right now. That's not intended, right?
It
What
is.
the heck?
Also,
What the
That's-
Why
heck?
are we going in here?
That's sick.
there's a Bokoblin ledge
Yeah.
clip, and then leafing and
Yeah.
using Tingle Tuner. So yeah, if you unplug and replug the Tingle Tuner, you can use it in Ganon's tower. That's basically it. And we're in here for a reason. There is an item we want that we already picked up. I have bombs now. So in one of those coffins is a bomb drop that is always there, regardless of if you have bombs or not. And it will put the bombs icon in your inventory. But I can't hold any bombs, you see it's at 0. But using the Tingle Tuner item, you can do a trait called item swap to pull out a bomb, even if you have 0.
Wait,
Oh
That
my
is
god,
so
this
jank.
ledge
Oh
crypt.
my god.
That must have taken a while, dude.
Yeah,
how did you pull that bomb without the tuner thing coming up? Am I crazy?
so I did it the first one I placed and got
storage.
Oh my
storage.
God.
So I had storage
Okay.
so that I could pull a second bomb and store the Tingle Tuner text to
I've
be able to
never
have more
thought
time.
about that in my life.
Yeah, it's really cool. So when you do your item swap, you're pulling out the Tingle Tuner, and then you pause and equip bombs over it, and then you pull out the Tingle Tuner, and you get the text, but you pull out a bomb instead. But the bomb timer is still like going off like this, you can see it's still going during the text. And I need more time than that. So I use the first bomb to get storage, so that next time I do it, the text will get stored and skipped, so I actually have enough time to set up a ledge clip.
But yeah, we're using tuner here. We're not supposed to.
Yes. This was
Why?
a huge discovery for this. If you replug it, you get to use it.
It's that easy.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and Trog is the one who made the custom Dolphin version to put this in the DTM file, which is what Dolphin uses for movie playback.
Okay. Another door.
Yep, this one. We're gonna use the press the A button glitch again.
Whoa.
Oh,
Link
So
just
this
did
is
a jump.
new discovery.
new discovery, something that existed in the game this entire time.
Yeah.
Why is there
Slash.
a ledge there? What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah, so
That's just
if you do a
crazy
certain
collision.
combo, you can get a lot of distance in the air and then use a bomb boost to get on a ledge.
Yeah.
And no one knew about that before. I think his name is Mr. Evman showed a
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, so this
of
was
doing that.
this was the last A-press that we saved, which felt like so close to being saved for ages, and we just couldn't figure out the final part. Also, check this out. Bam. Loading
Yeah,
zone.
the original idea for this was crazy.
Yeah, so basically we just had to find a way to get onto that ledge, and we just could not for like over a year. And then someone, Mr. Evman, made a video talking about like Wind Waker / combos and like random stuff about those. And that just got us thinking like, wait, you can just get a jump from a / combo, and that gives you enough height. I'll talk about it more a bit later.
So
But hey.
2 ridiculously precise bomb push clips. Skip light
Yep.
arrows.
So I'm just getting in position right now.
I think these ones are float perfect, right?
Yep.
They're not. Yeah. The
At this
first
point,
one
all
might
of them
be?
are, man.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So yeah, we skip the light arrows and the whole maze. If you had to go through the maze, that would be like 7 A-presses or something. Okay. Here's another way to get onto a ledge.
Oh yeah.
Okay, getting storage again. This time is not going to be to store the Tingle Tuner text. This is going to be for something else. Interesting. Yeah, don't mind me running into that dark nut. So you'll notice I'm not killing these enemies here.
I was just about to say that. Don't you need that to unlock this door here?
You do need that. It's okay, I have a moblin friend up here.
You'll see he disconnected the Tingle Tuner again. That lets him have access to it. He needs to do that every single time he enters a new room here.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm using that moblin and the leaf to climb that ledge to get out of bounds. And... what?
Dude, that looks so sketch. How did that even work?
Okay, so I skipped the cutscene. So I hit the loading zone with storage and then bombed into the void to skip the cutscene. And now, because we have Tingle Tuner access in here, I can just zombie hover and heal.
Alright, I gotta know, was Zelda's bed there actually important for this?
No.
Or could you have done... Okay, could you have lifted off somewhere else?
Well, I had to lift off from some ledge. The bed was the best option for that.
But I'm trying to think of what ledge you had access to, I guess.
It's just the
start your-
bed and the warp part, I think.
Oh, you could have used the warp pod if the bed
Yeah.
wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah, I did go slow there just because it was funny that Zelda's there.
Yeah.
And also in the Grand Staircase, it would have been optimal to do a slash clip instead of the ledge thing, but I didn't feel like doing that. There is also a bomb push clip, but I couldn't do that because that would have eaten my storage. Okay.
And we're here with 1 A press.
Yeah, we are at Ganondorf with 1 A press. So 0
Surely
to 4.
Ganondorf will not prove to be a problem at this point, right?
I
Don't
see
worry,
why
there'll
he
be
would.
one more prediction after this. You can lose a third one.
Minnie, I'm so excited to see if you to see this brand new second phase 1 cycle.
Yep. Yep. Let's see, a whole game up to Ganondorf, 1 single A press, just to open the door before trials.
And when we routed no doors, I think it's just that door as well, just to get into the trials. That's the only door.
Yeah, so this run
to open at this point.
is also low doors.
Low doors.
Yeah. Unless you do Ace. With Ace, you could do no doors for sure. Also, speaking of Ace, so this run is no Ace because, like, Ace makes it less interesting. But also, actually, it just takes more A presses to do Ace than to do this. Because the way we have to do Ace requires getting the Picto Box and taking 3 pictures, which I think is 7 A presses by itself.
Yes.
So you have to press A to
my
take a
God.
picture, and then also press A to say yes to save it.
I realize you can hear the noise of Link hitting the ground.
I did not realize that even.
Unless the music just conveniently does that too.
It always annoyed me how Ganon disappears for a frame in these cutscenes.
Does he? I never noticed that.
Oh, and
Yeah,
King
like on the
Hyrule
camera
doesn't actually
pans.
touch the Triforce.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that one I do know about.
The lore break.
Yeah, like in between the camera pans, he disappears for a frame.
Huh.
Alright. Does chat have any predictions on what the secret second Lotad is going to be?
More so, what is the time prediction for it?
Time prediction.
I can
Max
almost
A presses.
guarantee no one will guess it.
No.
I
Whole
can guess
Nintendo
it.
gallery.
Okay. A saying max A presses.
6 hours? That would be crazy. No way it would be 6 hours long.
Yeah, that's way
40
too long.
hours.
Okay, anyway.
Actually, I think Ace would be the only way to ring that bell. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, not if you just ring the regular bell.
But that'd be cheap.
I've definitely rung the bell before without using Ace. Okay, cutscene is over. Ganondorf time. Okay, so Zelda just talks to you automatically there, which is pretty handy. And then after a while she will... Oh yeah, I forgot I did this. My favourite form of movement while waiting.
It is.
So you can talk to Zelda to make her shoot an arrow, but also if you just wait a while, she'll just do it automatically, like that. So no need to talk to her there. So far, so good. Okay, and, oh no.
Oh my god.
no.
Gotta press A to do a parry, but surely that's
Alright,
it.
well, it's at least 2.
Oh no.
Okay, well, it's
Oh,
at least
no.
3.
Oh god.
Not the 2 cycle. No.
Jeez.
We couldn't get Grandma Soup to do the 1 cycle.
Alright, oh yeah, check this out. So I just did a roll without pressing A.
Swag
was
and
interesting.
break slide. Wait, what? How are you not getting hit by it?
Yeah.
If you break slide into this, you can avoid getting hit.
Oh my god.
So once again, you have to talk to Zelda here. But if you just wait a really long time, she will eventually talk to you
Honestly, I
automatically.
didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did I. But there you go, no A press for that. Okay,
It's about 8.
and one more A press needed there. Bam.
GG.
4 A presses, 3 of them on the Ganondorf fight.
Yep.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I think he's dead right now. Like, you died, right? Were you at 1 heart?
Yes. I don't know if that actually counts, but I
Yeah,
pressed A on the last frame, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll add is I think we're like only 2 damage away from being able to do the second phase in 1 cycle, which would save an A press, I believe.
Yeah, so... yeah, I guess we'll talk about potential A press saves. There's really only one, which is on Ganondorf's second phase. We did 2 parries. So the only way to damage Ganondorf is to do a parry first, and then he's stunned for a little bit, and you can do slashes. And when we were making the 2-pause test, Trog, you found like a weird glitch to get double damage from a slash in the combo.
Yeah.
And with that, you were able to get just 1 damage away, I think.
Yeah.
But
One
that was
slash away,
That's
basically.
crazy.
that was also with
It
Iron
never require
Boots.
Iron Boots, so.
Yeah, so I think without
Probably
Iron
does.
Boots, you still couldn't get it. But yeah, if you could get Grandma Soup and get double damage from that, that does let you 1 cycle that phase, which would be enough. And I think if we had a bottle, we could probably get Grandma Soup without A, but we just don't have a way to get a bottle without A. So yeah, that's the only real potential A press save. And then the other 3, opening the door before trials, there's just no way to like get through Ganon's tower without that. The only way
Yeah, that's one of those.
would be like maybe you could find some trick to trick the dark portal into opening early and then take that, but I think that would have a bunch of problems as well, such as there would immediately be a different door you'd have to open.
Yeah, that door is different than the other doors that we've been skipping. There is no loading zone behind it, just to clarify. You can quite easily get behind it.
I
But,
wouldn't say quite easily.
well, relatively compared to, some of the other shenanigans we're discussing here. But, yeah, once you do get behind it, there's nothing there to trigger.
Yeah. And
We hit
then
the cutscene. Did someone just mention that? I was in my own head right now. Someone mentioned hitting the cutscene behind that.
I don't think so. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it
you can hit the cutscene.
Yeah, and it's
But-
actually faster to do that.
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
Well, it's faster if you store it.
Yeah. And then Ganondorf, second phase, like I said, the only way to damage him is to do a parry first, so even if you can get like however much like double damage or whatever, you still need 1 parry to do any damage. The only thing is, so the way Ganondorf works is he starts with 75 health, and then you can do damage up to 50 health in first phase, and then once he's at 50 health, and then Zelda shoots him. So you need to trigger second phase, you need Zelda to shoot him. Zelda's light arrow does 4 damage, and you need him to be at 50 health or lower. So you can damage him to 50, and then Zelda's light arrow will do 4 more damage to get him to 46, and then start second phase. So you can't damage him below 50, but Zelda can. So in theory, maybe you could get like some method to have Zelda shoot him to damage him, but not have second phase start, and then like somehow use that to get him below, like low enough to just skip second phase entirely. But I don't know, that seems crazy. And then the final A press to do the final parry. I don't see any way of skipping that.
Just unload Ganondorf.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess the caveat to that is all of those can be skipped with Ace, but like I said, Ace itself just takes a ton of A presses right now.
Yeah, if we actor unload that cutscene and we get a T-posing Ganondorf, I mean, that feels like we're kind of beating the game there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, what I wanted to mention was shout out to Mr. F-Man. So Mr. F-Man, he has a YouTube channel and he just uploads like random Wind Waker stuff. And like I mentioned before, he made a video about slash combos in Wind Waker and how they're like surprisingly intricate. I think the video is called like Wind Waker's surprisingly intricate combat system or something. And in that video, he mentioned that one of the slash combos, or some of them, you can get Link to jump up during the combo, and then if you hold up on the stick, when he lands from that combo, he will roll automatically without pressing A. So Aza watched that video, and then was like, he pinged me and said, yo, low A press strat, you can roll without pressing A. And that was like interesting, obviously, but it wasn't immediately useful for this category, because we didn't need to roll for anything. But that video just got me thinking about other stuff, and then I realized, oh, we can just use the slash jumps to get enough height to skip that A-press in the staircase room in Ganon's tower. So yeah, that was like a month ago or so, and yeah, we had been sitting on that final A-press for like over a year, and then that video...
Your original idea was crazy, wasn't it? And that would have helped with that idea too.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
like,
that was some
get a
stupid
roll plus
ideas.
a orb displacement and a slash to like get, what, 100 displacement or something you needed?
Yeah, it was crazy, but it ended up being not too bad. Yeah, honestly, kind of stupid, kind of dumb that no one thought about that earlier, but just getting a jump...
For you, though.
Getting a jump from a slash combo is such a weird mechanic to remember. But yeah, I did one roll during the Ganondorf fight while we were waiting, just to show off that that's possible. From certain slash combos, you can roll without the A button.
Are we gonna watch the whole credits?
It's a great question. They go on for quite a while.
So there's not much left.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
We were yapping for a while.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom
Do
while they
you
finish.
have to press A to create the New Game Plus file?
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't even check, to be honest.
Oh, you can maybe press B to just say no. I don't remember.
I don't know. Anyway, I will
You
be
could
right
soft
back.
reset the console.
That is true.
Do we have our good guesses here in the chat for the next low
I forget
tag?
what people said when that was asked.
This one I definitely like. I only vaguely watched what was going on in these chats. Like, I have no idea what this is going to look like.
Yeah, so both of these were done solely by Minnie, like when it comes to like actually doing the tasking that went into this. I tried to help on this one a little bit, but then Minnie obsoleted what I did like immediately with a better idea, like that tinkle bomb into the door in FF1. And the second one, he also did everything, but Azer and I advised on a particular glitch that you'll see.
Yeah.
To make it possible. I actually did do the routing for what he did at some point, but then I couldn't continue off his DTM for some reason, so I like showed him what to do, and then he just copied it.
All I will say is that I am glad that I did not need to help at all. I was very worried that you guys were going to need me to do some scripting for this.
Yeah.
And it did not look trivial.
I'm very surprised you didn't use the script for it. It's pretty insane.
Yeah. No spoilers.
Well, I guess he did, but not like a specialized one.
Yeah. 67 rupee speedrun.
I'm back.
There is a 200 rupee speedrun. I don't remember what the tasks... I mean, it's probably at this point, it's just go to Crescent Moon.
It must just be Crescent farming.
Yeah. You know what? That could be improvable now with the new task super swimming stuff.
Yeah, true.
Probably save like 50 frames. Actually, probably like maybe 3 seconds.
Save 50 frames by... yeah. No memory
Yeah,
card.
and the super sim stuff Jog found.
Yeah, I think during that OT LOTED, they mentioned that any percent for OT is also for A presses, like after starting file. So I think it's pretty cool that
That's cool.
Wind Waker with no ACE or SRM or anything is the same as OT any percent. I don't know
Literally
if
just...
the OT for A presses is like SRM. I think it is, but I might be wrong.
I mean, just the fact that you get to Ganondorf in 1A press is already wild.
Yeah. Like, realistically, I can definitely see 3A presses being possible at some point. Like, we just need a way to do more damage to Ganondorf. And, like, we're not far off.
Or get a bottle or something, yeah.
Yeah.
We should need another Evman video explaining another combo that we never thought about.
The secret 5th bottle in Wind Waker.
Exactly. And honestly, a pretty respectable 80% time. May I just throw that out there?
Yeah, I think I checked. This is like 4th place on the leaderboard. Or it would be.
There you go.
Just walking around everywhere.
Route.
Okay. LOTED done. And, yes,